Halo, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you today, student? Welcome to our meeting 3. I'm going to talk about Noir, second part, that we are going to focus on how to develop Noir protagonist in your social. Okay, so this is the class objective for today and also the class activity. So you are expected to understand the concept of Noir protagonist, and after understanding, you are expected to be able to apply the archetype of Noir protagonist in your Noir stories. Okay, so the class activity first is knowledge transferring. You may learn from these slides and also reading again the handout that I shared you last week, and also after that reworking on your draft or half developed story by particularly focusing on your Noir protagonist. So after you listen to this slide or to this video, you reread your work. Yeah, I actually have checked the work, then you can download later the work. Okay, first, what is Noir and characters in Noir? Right, when we talk about characters in Noir, we know these three terms, yeah, at least, yeah. First is Noir protagonist, second is Noir anti-hero, and also femme fatale, right? So let's begin with Noir protagonist. First, we understand the term protagonist, yeah. Protagonist is the primary characters, right? Protagonist is the primary characters who pursue the goal, right? However, because it is set in Noir fiction, then it is created to particularly fit into the archetype of protagonist in Noir genre. And here is the uh, very short understanding or definitions about Noir protagonist. Yeah, the fundamental meaning of Noir is loser, and because the characters are doomed. Okay, so the word Noir protagonist means a protagonist who does not deserve any happiness and freedom, since he or she is ill-fated. Okay, so protagonist here can be the main character, but Noir protagonist also the main character, right? But then he or she has to be developed under the understanding of Noir genre itself. Okay, so as a consequence, in Noir fiction, seeing the main character or the Noir protagonist as the victim, the criminal or the investigator, in this case is the detective, yeah, is very common, right? So this is what makes it this what makes it different from Noir protagonist and other protagonists in other type of literature. Okay, more on Noir protagonist. After you know the the definitions of Noir protagonist, right? So here on the following slides, I will show you some quotations from different scholars to help you understand first what is the concept of being Noir protagonist, right? Okay, so here you can see that the keyword is continuously, right? So Noir protagonist continuously faces sorrow and despair in his or her life, right? That one, this characterize how the life or the narration of Noir protagonist is shaped, yeah, continuously face sorrow. Okay, and then after that, Noir protagonists are related to genres, close relation to the roots of hard-boiled private eye story. So this is actually the early development of Noir protagonist under the hard-boiled private eye story. This is hard-boiled private eye story is a subcategory of crime fiction, right? So because Noir protagonist is Noir fiction is actually developed from hard-boiled private eye story, or so-called the crime fiction. So therefore, a Noir protagonist may also embody or may also embrace the characterization of characters that we can find in crime stories or in hard-boiled private eye story, and they are these underlined words, yeah: tough guys, lying dims, and violence, double crossers. Yeah, double crossers means, you manipulate the character, the Noir protagonist manipulate his or her surrounding, and then murder and so on and so forth, right? So here are other character and characterization of Noir protagonist. And also this is quite important to know, yeah, that Noir protagonist had to know what they are doing was wrong. So this is what I meant by ill-fated. Yeah, everything he or she chose, yeah, lead his or her destruction. Okay, so Noir protagonists are with the cold typical wrong Noir decision. This is also so every step he or she takes, then it leads to nothing but the despair, nothing but the Noir decision, the wrong decision. Okay, so that's why other scholars also called the Noir protagonists as a self-destructive individuals, and also morally ambiguous and unquestionably evil. Right? Evil in this case is evil the characters, not evil the demon. Yeah, evil the characterization. So being morally ambiguous means you cannot decide the right and the wrong from the perspective of morality. So you are being ambiguous when it deals with your morality. Like you keep drinking or you keep selling while knowing that what you are selling drug. I mean, yeah. You keep your characters keep selling drugs knowing that this is actually against the morality, but that's why Noah protagonist is morally ambiguous. Okay, now the next term is anti-hero. Anti-hero, hero means someone that can save someone else, including saving himself. Now, Noah protagonist is anti-hero because the logic is, how can you save somebody else when you cannot save even yourself? Yeah, when you always self-destructive. So that's why Noah protagonist is closely associated with being anti-hero. Yeah. Or the definition given by Bursum here is that unsympathetic protagonist. Yeah, when you are being hero or you are being protagonist, your act always make other people sympathize, right? Or your reader at least are impressed with your what you are done. Here on the other way around, Noir protagonist will be very difficult to impress other characters in the stories and also the readers, yeah, because knowing that what he or she is done or is narrated is like evil and then morally ambiguous, yeah, self-destructive person. So that's why Noah protagonist is always associated with being anti-hero. So as a consequence, there are no heroic figures, yeah, in noir fiction. And this is also another definitions by Christensen, that monsters, criminals, or victims of illness are common, yeah, to be characterized as a noir protagonist. Monsters in this case is not monsters with ugly face. Monster here is more on the characters, the characterization of a person. When you are mean, then you can do or execute something cruelly, then you embody, your character embody the characterization of a monster. Okay, next is femme fatale. Yes, femme fatale is always female characters, yeah, with antagonist status, yeah, whose role is seductive, autonomous, and deceptive predator, right? So here is the femme fatale. She is also deceitful, right, and luring the the noir protagonist using her sexual attraction, sorry, her sexual attraction. Okay, next is I will show you some excerpt of taken from the short story from KL Noir Anthologies. Yeah. Here you can see the first script is taken from My Father the Hero. So this is story by Lian's one short story. I will tell you the detail of the short story later in our ficon. Yeah. But in short, uh, you can see how here the narrator is torn. Yeah, the narrator is faced by two destructive choices. When she is about to be honest to her mom, then the family will be ruined. Yeah, but when she decided to keep silent, not telling what his her sorry what not telling what her father has done to her, for the time being, yeah, for so long, then she is the one who is suffering to what is it to to yeah to to be ill treated by the father, right? So this is how actually Noir Protagonist is characterized. Yeah, destructive choices. You choose the A, then your family will be not happy, and then you choose the B, but it's you that is not happy. So something like that. The second one is from another short stories, The Playtime. I think I mentioned this last week. Here you can see how Amran characterized himself using the I. So it's using the perspective of Amran, right? That he is he could freely what is it? He could freely express what he he thought about having sibling, or the fact that he doesn't like girls, right? So that's why when her sibling is girl, you her newly born baby is girl, then you can understand how I mean, like you can anticipate what is coming, because Amran has sort of foreshadow his view about having sibling and also about girls, right? So here that's why I analyzed that the first paragraph foreshadows his views of having siblings. Yeah, and also here I hate girls anyway, so this also can be seen as a foreshadowing, um, yeah, as a foreshadow that what is coming is actually anticipated. Yeah, knowing that Amram is having such kind of perspective. Okay, the tone and the atmosphere is full. In the story is full of anxiety. You can see how the what is it? How the tone here. Yeah. So something that he always sigh. He cannot say yes easily. Yeah. He always what is it? Sort of rebate his mom. Sorry, something like that. Okay. And what is interesting here, the thing that I want you to show in your short story too, is about the social, political, or cultural commentary. Here, this short story sort of shows the backdrop of Islam Malaysian society. Yeah, because this is from Malaysia. So Islam Malaysian society, where the concept of Islam religion is inserted. Yeah, in such a way, right? So this is his mother tries to remind him, right? If you don't go solat, then how can Allah love you, or something like that. So this is, of course, responded in a point of view of 8 years old boy, right? So this is how, when you are making your Noir Protagonist, by my hope is that when you are making your Noir Protagonist, you can instill such kind of backdrop, yeah, of certain cultures. That's why when most of your setting and also names and characterization are Western names, Western society. So I find it, oh, okay, I think you need to be more localized, quote unquote, yeah, to be more closer to analyze or to act like a critic of your culture, political or social commentaries. Okay, all right, I think that's it. Thank you guys. So next after this is you can read it again, your draft and also your story that you have developed, and read my comment over there. Then you can go to the practicum class. I also post some one slide there, a few slides there, so you can just read it. You can just read them and see what I have said about your draft. Yeah. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you.